Have you been told you need spine surgery because of a slip in your lower back? Before you agree to spinal fusion, you need to hear this. A lot of people are told they need screws and rods to stabilize their spine when they have something called as degenerative spondylolisthesis, a condition where one of the bones in the spine dislocates forward. But the truth is, not every slip needs to be fixed with fusion. Let me show you why and when it's avoidable. Hi, I'm Dr. Arvind Kulkarni. I'm a consultant spine surgeon and director of Mumbai Spine, Scoliosis and Disc Replacement Center. I specialize in minimally invasive and endoscopic spine surgery. But more importantly, I believe in choosing surgery only when it is truly necessary. In this video, I'll walk you through what degenerative spondylolisthesis actually is, when it's dangerous and when it's not, how we developed a scoring system to make better surgical decisions, and how many patients can safely avoid fusion with this approach. What is degenerative spondylolisthesis? Think of your spine as a stack of blocks. Over time, with wear and tear, one of those blocks might slip forwards, dislocate forward. That's when we call it spondylolisthesis. And when it is caused by aging or disc degeneration, we call it degenerative spondylolisthesis as a result of wear and tear. It's most common in adults over 50 and even more so common in women. It can cause back pain, leg pain, stiffness, difficulty in walking. But here's the important part. Just because the bone has slipped on the scan doesn't mean it's unstable or dangerous. In many cases, the spine has found its own balance and we don't need to interfere with that particular balance. For years, the standard thinking was if the bone slipped, fuse it. Fusion means locking two bones together permanently using screws, rods, cages and bone grafts. Sometimes that's necessary, but it also reduces natural spinal movement. It requires longer recovery time and can put stress on the levels above and below. So we asked ourselves, can we do better? Can we identify patients who actually need fusion and who don't? That's how the scoring system was developed. We created a point-based scoring system that looks at three key areas. Clinical symptoms. Are you experiencing mechanical back pain? Are you young and physically active? What are the imaging findings? Does the vertebra move when you bend and straighten? Are there signs of inflammation in the joints? Is there any misalignment or loss of disc height? Would decompressing the nerve in your case destabilize the spine further? Each of these factors gets a number of points. If the total score is below 5.5, you really don't need fusion. If it's above 5.5, fusion is probably safer and more effective. What did we find in real patients? We applied this particular score to about 130 patients with degenerative spondylolisthesis. The result? Patients who scored lower than 5.5 and had decompression alone did very well. Pain reduced, function improved. Fusion was only needed later in a few cases and those were handled safely when needed. In short, if your spine is stable and your symptoms are related to nerve pressure, not instability, just decompression with minimal access is all that you need, and it works beautifully. And again, the added benefit of minimally invasive techniques is that the recovery is fast. However, fusion still has a place. When the score is more than 5.5, one needs to fuse, and it can be a life-changing event when used correctly. We recommend fusion when bones move too much on bending, when the patient has a strong element of back pain because of instability, there is severe malalignment, or when nerve decompression alone would make the spine unstable. The key is to not overuse it or avoid it out of fear, but to choose it for the right patient with the right reason. Degenerative spondylolisthesis is not a one-size-fits-all condition. It is a heterogeneous condition. Your scan may show a slip, but the question is it causing instability? With the help of a structured scoring system, we can now decide more confidently whether fusion is necessary or whether you can avoid it entirely. If you've been told that you need spinal fusion, I encourage you to ask, do I meet the criteria? Can decompression alone work for me? Has anyone calculated my score? Please like this video if it helped you understand your options. Share it with someone facing a spine surgery decision and subscribe for more clear, honest and expert-led spine education. I, Dr. Arvind Kulkarni, thank you for watching and I'll see you in my next video.